Here's a little tip for my brothers and sisters, aka my reflections, my mirror self. Here's a tip for when the family go in and meditate. I want to amplify the stillness and bring forward the awareness. In meditation, good to know that the eye play a major role in all of creation, from the subtle to the energetic world. Hence why the old saying, the eye is the window to the soul, and wherever attention goes, energy flows, and you pay attention to many things with your eyes, right? So first thing first, it's good to turn your gaze inward to the psychic center, because then you're placing your energy and your awareness into the psychic center, the pineal gland, right? But it's kind of like here, straight around, so you turn your eyes in like this. Yeah, so by turning your gaze inwards, contemplating the wisdom that is within the psychic center, right? And some people can literally fold it all in until you're seeing all white, right? I can't do that yet. I haven't practiced it enough, but if you can, great for you. So while we turn that in now, next thing we do, we want to put the tongue on the roof of the mouth, right? Because all of the meridians / energy centers intersect at the tongue, right? And when you put it on the roof of your mouth, you bridge the energy gaps, right? So you put it tongue on the roof of your mouth, and then what we do next, we contract the pelvis floor, right? Basically trying to stop yourself from doing a number 1 or number 2, and you squeeze that area. So as you squeeze the pelvis floor region, you place the tongue on the roof of your mouth, you turn the gaze inward, and you try your best to stay focused on the pineal gland. In the center of the brain, you focus on the pineal gland, and then you breathe in and out. Alright? And it's good to, I mean, there are many different modalities of breathing that you can do, but to not really entertain lots of ideas, you just do a basic breathing, just in and out, but keep the pelvis floor contracted, squeeze it as tight, and then you might find your body would start to kind of like, the inner world would start to shake, maybe it will manifest on the outer world. And you do that long enough, you will find that you really start to find a sense of relaxation. And eventually you start to open up this conduit, because this is like a conduit for consciousness. This is a conduit for the intelligence of God to have access. So you to have access and move in alignment with all of this information, which is more or less like subconscious guidance. And then the more you do it, the more you create the pressure. Just by looking, you create a type of pressure, right? And what this pressure will do, it will kind of like create like more of an opening to receive subtle guidance. And eventually you keep practicing it. It might be hard to hold all of these locks, right? I mean, the pelvic floor lock, the tongue on the roof of the mouth, and turn the eyes inwards. But then eventually, it's like as the pressure keep pushing, it's like you're opening the door more with the pressure, opening the door to divine awareness. You're opening the door more, because the pressure is coming from all the way up, right? As you inhale, literally you look up, all of that fluid starts to come up, and it building or creating that pressure up in the psychic center, creating a cleansing, a clearing as well. And like I said, you open the door to your awareness, and just by locking up the pelvic floor as well, you bring in all of that sacred energy throughout all of the energy centers, throughout all of the chakras. And just anchor yourself, and it's really good to have your foot similar to this posture. This is so kind of a no, right? That kind of like shut off the energy center from flowing, right? Anytime we do all of these gestures are very, very important reflections, right? Because remember, Why are we meditating? We are meditating to create inner harmony, inner peace, right? And if the peace, all the information can flow, right? And we balance, right? So your left hand corresponds to the right hemisphere of the brain. The right hand corresponds to the left hemisphere of the brain. Similarly to all of the polarities of the body. And when you put it together now, when it's merged together, like if you put your foot together like this is so, what we're doing, we're balancing the left with the right energy, right? And positive and negatives create what? Neutral, right? Because if it's disconnected, let's say if in electrical circuit, if you have only the positive or the negative in, there's no free flowing of energy, of electricity, right? But when you merge it together, bam, the light switch can be turned on, right? Yeah, so it's important to connect, you know, have these polarities, you know, connect with each other. Even have like a prayer hand, you know, even have like a prayer hand, right? You're merging, and again, when you do it with the eyes, what you're doing, you're bringing the right side and the left side, and you're merging it. You're creating balance in the center of the of your brain, all right? So yeah, man, just a little tip for the family, because I sit out here and I doing my own little thing, and I just like, all right, let me talk to the family a little bit. So keep trying it and see what happens, right? You can make like a mental note. All right, I start today, I do this every day, and then you just observe yourself. And the thing with spirituality is just one day you just realize like, okay, I'm a bit different. Yeah, one day you just realize you remember stuff and you don't care to do this and you don't care to be that. You just don't see spiritual progression overnight. You do not. And that's kind of like where we kind of like lose desire, because we might say we're doing, and we ain't seeing nothing, right? But all the time it is growing subtly. Because if this energy should take full manifestation, we cannot handle it. We will not be able to handle it. You know what I mean? We can't handle it. So you have to, the consciousness, the body knows, and we have to trust the body to unfold in its own time. And the more we do the work, the more we unfold, the more we give allowance, the more it's like we're sending guidance to God, like, yes, I'm doing the work. And then God like, okay, yes, you want this, so let me give you a little bit more. And when you stop, you just remain wherever you are. And you work and the train keep moving. Anyway, one love.